I am Mr. Sunday and I will be taking you on housekeeping and laundry operations. COM 123. And for today, we will be looking at an overview of the housekeeping in the hospitality industry. We'll also look at the functions of the housekeeping department in the industry. Then we'll look at why housekeepers are indispensable. Is there even any department in the hospitality that is dispensable? But why is the housekeepers indispensable? We are going to be looking at that today. Then furthermore, we'll look at the of a housekeeper in the hospitality management. Now, from the overview of a housekeeper in the hospitality industry, the housekeeping crew pride itself on keeping the hotel clean and comfortable in order to create a home away from home. There are times that peradventure someone is traveling and maybe becomes stranded, probably because of getting to where he or she is going to. The person will want to be in a place that can still be called a home away from home. The housekeeping crew pride itself on keeping the hotel clean and comfortable in order to create a home away from home atmosphere. All lodging establishments strive to give their clients a clean, appealing, pleasant, and welcoming environment that is also cost effective. It should be cost effective, or it is cost effective in the sense that if the pricing is too much on the high side, customers may go for the closest alternative. In hospitality industries, nothing conveys a stronger statement than cleanliness. As we all know, there is a saying that cleanliness is next to godliness. And this statement is not far from the housekeeping department in hospitality industries. In hospitality industries, again, I said nothing conveys a stronger statement than cleanliness. There is no amount of service, friendliness, or glitz that can compare to the feeling a guest gets when they walk into an immaculate, tidy, and well organized room. There are some rooms that even when a guest is feeling very tired, no matter how tired such guest will be, because of the dirtiness of the room, sleep will be very far from such lecturers, or sorry, from such guests rather. It is the job of the housekeeping department and the team management to ensure things like this don't happen, because there is nothing that can be compared to the cleanliness of a room in the hospitality management. The provision of a clean affordable, and safe environment is characterized as housekeeping. It is not limited, the housekeeping job is not limited to the housekeeping department, as every employee in the establishment should be concerned with providing these services in their own departments. For example, the chef cannot finish cooking in the kitchen or preparing a meal in the kitchen and walk home simply because he or she is not in the housekeeping department. Or the restaurant manager or head of waitress, after serving drinks or meal, and leave everywhere littered simply because they are not in the housekeeping department. So the housekeeping goes beyond just that department. It affects one way or the other. It affects every part or every department in the hospitality industries. Now, what are the functions of the housekeeping department? Function keeping department. Number one, housekeeping has a critical function to play. Housekeeping in the hospital business, including functionality, achieving maximum efficiency, assuring the care and comfort of guests, as well as the seamless option of treatments. An housekeeper in an in her hospital efficient in assuring the and comfort. Just take care of your guests. Be sure that comfortable while you. Is there anything I need for you? Do you need anything? Once in a while, ask them, just get one while you ensure they are comfortable. One, they don't know what to. Once in a while, you talk to them, ask them, do you need anything? May I be of help in any way? Is there anything I can get for you? So then they will know who to talk to or where to get what. Number two, and also to guarantee that all the parties employ provide cost and services. One of the ways as housekeeper, one of the ways to provide a work environment is to argue is put on a smiling face. You put on a smiling face, you know how to greet your guests, no matter how small, as they're walking in. You know how to greet them, how to welcome them, take bags from them, even though you may be older than they are in age, bigger than them in stature, and so on. But for the fact that they are your guests, you have to create that welcoming environment for them. That is where their relaxation starts from. That is why that welcoming is very, very important. That is where their relaxation starts from. Imagine when you are frowning, greeting your guests. That can be a turn off for some people, and they just decide not to want to lodge in that hotel or restaurant anymore. So it is important you create a welcoming environment for your guests with a smiling face. Number three functions of the housekeeping department is to maintain a high level of cleanliness and general upkeep in all locations control. You maintain a high level of cleanliness, just as the name implies, housekeeping. You're keeping a house. When you are keeping a house, you're supposed to keep the house tidy. The house is supposed to be neat, not dirty. High level of cleanliness, like we said from the beginning, from the overview of the lecture, cleanliness is next to godliness. So you must maintain a high level of cleanliness and also general upkeep in the locations under the department's control. Every department under you must be kept clean. Number four, to supply lenience to hotels, to supply lenience to hotels, restaurants, banquet halls, conference venues, hotel, etc., as well as to keep track of inventories. The function of the housekeeping department doesn't end at cleaning the rooms and the surrounding. They also supply linens to hotels. They supply to restaurants. They supply to banquet halls. They supply to conference venues. They supply to health clubs and other locations. And as well, they keep inventories of what they are supplying. Sometimes they do it as extra services to the organization where they are working. They do it as extra services, maybe like on rentals. Number five, functions of the housekeeping department. Number five, to provide you to keep proper stock of such uniforms. The housekeeping department also provide uniforms for all employees. Why is it the duty or one of the functions of the housekeeping department to provide uniform? When you go into an organization, there are some people, these are the workers here. They call putting on the same attire. And it is the duty of this department, the housekeeping department, to provide this uniform for easy identification, especially for strangers that are coming into the hotel. Number six, function of the housekeeping department: to take care of the hotel linen, employees' uniforms, and guest clothes laundry needs. The housekeeping department, there are times that people lodge in the hotel and probably they need someone to dry clean their clothes. It can still be an extra cost outside what they are paying to lodge in the hotel. It is the housekeeping department duty to take care of this. Every lining that is being used in the hotel and even the employee's uniform, it is the duty or the function of the housekeeping department to ensure that all these linens and the uniform used by the staff, that they are properly kept clean, washed, and ironed. Number 7, function of the housekeeping department. They provide and maintain floral displays as well as the hotel's landscape areas. They provide and they maintain floral displays as well as the hotel's landscape areas. The housekeeping department also helps to check where flowers are supposed to be planted and where they are not supposed to be planted. They check when the flowers are to be trimmed and when they're supposed to allow them to grow at least to a certain stage before they can be trimmed. Number 8, to deal with articles that have been misplaced or found. Functions of the housekeeping department. Number 8, they also deal with the articles that have been misplaced or found. It is part of the housekeeping department to make sure that things that are misplaced in the hotel and found are well kept. In case the owner of the misplaced item may come back for it. It is the housekeeping department that should be responsible for this. Reason is they are the ones that goes into the room before and after a guest leaves the room. So they should be the first to discover if a, a living guest left something behind. And it is their duty to take, protect, and keep that particular item safe just in case the owner might come back for it. Number 10, functions of the housekeeping department. Number 10, to guarantee that all department employees are aware of the department's safety and security policies and keep them. It is one thing to be aware of the safety policy of an organization. It is another thing to keep those policies. The housekeeping department is also in charge to create awareness to different departments and even visitors concerning the safety and security policies of the organization, and also keep those policies, not just only knowing the policies. It is important for everyone to know about the safety and security policies in an organization. Reason is, if you don't know where there are naked wire especially in public places. You must be you must be aware of the kind of perfume you wear because of those that may be allergic to strong perfume. Number two, calmness. Housekeeping personnel should remain calm in various areas. Housekeeping personnel should remain calm in various areas. There are sometimes some guests may act aggressive, asking you in a rude manner, why is the bed not dressed? I went out, I'm back, I want to relax, and the room is scattered. Why didn't you wash the bathroom? And all that. Whether you have a good reason why it is not done or you don't, as a professional, be calm. You just have to be calm and explain yourself out for your guests to understand your reason. Number three, attention to detail. A quality house will assess the room. They will always in the right when they finish cleaning. Number attention to details. Everything in a room has their places where they are supposed to be kept. As a good housekeeper, it is your duty, or one of your qualities rather, to assess the room and be sure that all what you're supposed to keep are kept in the right place. Not just only keeping them, but they are also kept in the right place. Number four, qualities of the housekeeping department or qualities of a housekeeper. Number four, honesty. A housekeeper must be honest. Accidents can happen. Handmade glasses may be broken. Ability to admit the mistake when it has happened and then ensure it never happens again. There is nobody that is above mistakes. The only one person that cannot make mistake is God. When the mistake occurs, as a good housekeeper, you must be honest. By accident, you can break a glass. By accident, you can spoil something even in the room while cleaning. You can break a chair. By accident, anything can happen. It is one of the qualities of the housekeeper or the housekeeping department to be honest and bold enough to take responsibility of his or her action. Number five, qualities of a housekeeper or the housekeeping department. Taking direction. Taking direction. Number five. Number one, we said pleasant personalities. Number two, calmness. Number three, attention to details. Number four, honesty. And number five, taking direction. A good housekeeper will have the ability to listen, understand, and implement instructions. For example, the lady of the house might instruct the housekeeper to fold clothes and put them back into the wardrobe. At this point, if the housekeeper is new, he or she would inquire how the principal wants the clothes to be folded and be given the tour of the wardrobe. You take direction. Everywhere you are employed, you always meet people there. People will always be there that have been working there for some times. It is important that you take direction. You don't assume this is where this is supposed to be. You don't work based on assumption. It is important you take direction. You ask questions where necessary. Ask questions where necessary. If you are not sure of what you are asked to do or what you are supposed to do, you ask questions. Even while you have been told, go and clean the room. They only said, go and clean the room. They did not say, go and clean room 102. Go and clean room 304. One of the quality in taking direction is to ask, which of the rooms am I going to clean? You've been told, fold the washed linens into the wardrobe. You can still ask, where do I put what? Sometimes you are not supposed to put the towels the same place where you are putting the bedspread. You're not supposed to put the bedspread where you're putting the duvet. So you can ask questions if you don't know. It is important to take directions. You don't work based on assumption. Number 6, cooperation. Number 6 is cooperation. It is always important that you cooperate with your fellow workers. That is the spirit of Esprit de Corps. You cooperate with your fellow workers irrespective of the department, as long as you all are working under one umbrella. And number 7 is social skills. Your social life must be a good one so you can be able to welcome people with smile on your face and not frowning. You can be able to welcome people to the hotel and make them feel welcomed. You welcome them and make them feel relaxed. And lastly, for today, because of our time, so that we can run through this again, you must have a good communication skills. As a housekeeper, you must have a good communication skills. You know how to communicate with the elderly. You know how to communicate with the young ones. You know how to communicate with the poor. You know how to communicate with the rich. There shouldn't be any discrimination. You must have a good communication skills. So before we call it a day, I'll run through again the functions of housekeeping department. We'll say number 1, one of the functions of the housekeeping department is housekeeping has a critical function to play in the hospitality businesses, including achieving maximum efficiency in assuring the care and comfort of guests, as well as the seamless operation of the department. Number 2, to create a welcoming environment and guarantee that all department employees provide courteous and dependable services. Number 3, to maintain a high level of cleanliness and general upkeep in all locations under the departments that you are controlling. Number 4, to supply linens to hotels, restaurants, banquet halls, conference venues, health clubs, and other locations. Number 5, to provide uniforms for all employees and to keep proper stocks of such uniforms. To provide uniforms for employees and keep stock of the uniform that you're providing. Number 6, to take care of the hotel linen, employees' uniforms, and guest clothes laundry needs. When the guests in the hotel wants to do a laundry, it is the housekeeping department function to take care of it. Number 7, to provide and maintain floral displays as well as the hotel's landscape areas. You advise where to plant flowers and where not to plant flowers, when to trim the flowers, when not to trim the flowers, or how to trim the flowers, and so on. Number 8, to deal with articles that have been misplaced or found. You take care of articles, items in the hotel that probably a guest left behind. Take care of it. Let it be in a good, in a good, um, in a good hand. Keep it safe for future purposes. You might come back. The guest might come back. Number 9, see that all department employees are properly trained, controlled, and supervised. And number 10, functions of the housekeeping department to guarantee that all department employees are aware of the department's safety and security policies and also keep those policies. And we said that the qualities of the housekeeper or the housekeeping department includes but not limited to 1, pleasant personalities, 2, calmness, 3, attention to details, 4, honesty, and number 5 quality that we talked about this afternoon is taking direction. Number 6, you cooperate with other staff and also your guests. Cooperation. Number 6 is to have a good social skills. And the last but not the least quality of the housekeeper that we talked about today is to have a good communication skills. That will be all for today. By tomorrow, 11 a.m., we are still going to be meeting to talk further on housekeeping and laundry operations. For today, from this place, have a blessed day ahead. Thank you.